Hey, greetings and welcome to the Mount Rushmore podcast.
1 minute late, just like last time.
1 minute late. My name is Jeff, and I'm joined, as always, by my good buddies, Richard.
Hello.
And Michael.
Howdy, we got there.
We got there. I'm still working all this tech stuff out. For those who are regular podcast listeners, you should know that we are now streaming on Sundays from the Mount Rushmore studios here in beautiful North Hollywood, adjacent to the Pierce Brothers Valhalla Cemetery and the Charles Criswell King Mausoleum.
Oh.
Remember that guy? He was like in the year 2000 in the Ed Wood films.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He's right across the fence.
Oh.
Dead. He's dead.
He gone.
Not anymore. Welcome, zombie Criswell.
Criswell. Criswell, that would be so awesome if you walked in. And if you've been listening to the podcast long, you know we're streaming, but you also have known for years, the 5 years we've been doing this, we debate and deliberate the most ubiquitous aspects of many topics, and sometimes we point our rapier wit and our lens at pop culture, and sometimes we just talk about fun things that we like to ruminate on, and this episode is Richard's, and it's, what is it, Richard?
It is the Mount Rushmore of lazy Sundays.
All right, you're in the crosshairs.
Oh, we're not doing this again, are we? Holy Christ.
What's so fun about lazy Sundays?
I don't know. I have a lot of them.
Right on, man.
So there's that.
You're living right.
I'm doing Livin, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was having a lazy Sunday a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, there's a lot of things that can possibly happen on just, a kind of kicking back Sunday. Maybe I was even listening to a Kinks song.
All right.
About a lazy Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
While I thought about it. Probably wasn't, but maybe I was. You'll never know.
I had to dive deep into the pre-Sundays of yore in order to try to figure out when was the last time we had a lazy Sunday, a day where we just didn't have to do anything, but also not, contend with the will of a small child. And, obviously it gets easier.
Does it?
I don't know. Well, you had one.
It's true.
But I love this topic. Love the idea of what each of us think is the ideal lazy Sunday. And I'll just preface my choices by saying I don't think I could do. I think only one of my choices per day for a lazy Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't combine them into the same day because I think that would be too much work.
I think all of mine could go into one day.
Wow.
Not
That's
very busy lazy Sunday. Yes.
So I'm curious though why. So for me, Friday nights are things that I kind of ease into. I have this agenda for the weekend, stuff I got to get done before Monday. And Friday, I think, you don't have to get all that done. Just kind of chill for a while. But by Sunday, I'm sprinting to try to accomplish some of these things that I've set out as goals before Monday arrives.
Right.
That's not what you do?
Well, I mean, even a quote unquote lazy Sunday, there are sometimes things that you have to do on a lazy Sunday.
Okay.
So lazy being sort of this, I guess, lazy Sunday being a be-all catchphrase for sort of things that can happen on a Sunday that, aren't necessarily working at your job.
Okay. All right. So Richard chose the topic, so Michael's going to start us off. What is your first choice?
My first choice is my favorite thing to do on a lazy Sunday during baseball season, which is fall asleep watching a baseball game. There's nothing better than falling asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're in the third inning or the fourth inning of a baseball game. That, there's 162 of them.
Right.
You're good if you miss some of the game. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But, back in the day, there was nothing better than Vince Scully's voice to kind of just soothe you.
Lull you into...
because he's telling you a story. He's not that he in particular wasn't a, very exciting broadcaster, so to speak. He, now he was always a one-man, person in the booth. He didn't really have this team where they're trying to analyze every pitch and do everything. We just, tell the story. Then incidentally, there was a baseball game going on at the same time. And there was nothing better than that. Just falling asleep on the couch and just having a nap and then waking up and it's the 8th inning and you're like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that. I was watching that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have combined two of my choices.
Oh wow.
Which is the first time. This is a first for the show, I think. Sometimes if this is your first time tuning in, sometimes we have joint selections.
Yeah.
That happens. Sometimes we have multiple trait selections during a show. That's happened.
We've gotten as close as 3.
We've gotten 3 before. If we ever get to 4, we're doing an episode on pasta shapes, and then we're ending the podcast.
Done.
This is the first time when one of your choices has managed to encapsulate 2 of my choices.
Wow.
So
Okay.
one of them is naps.
Yeah.
Just general naps.
You're a big nap guy.
I am a big nap guy. I can take a nap pretty much anywhere. I think we've discussed this on the show before, but for whatever reason, Sunday, about 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
it's time to make memes, so to speak. It's a good time to kind of just lay down on the bed. Got a dog now. Dog will come up on the bed and kind of make a nice pillow.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's an hour and a half later.
Time travel.
Time, yeah. How time flies when you're mostly unconscious.
Uh-huh.
And then the second one I had is sports on TV, but just in the background.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I'll have, now that we've got a streaming TV service, which I won't name because we're not sponsored by them. It's YouTube TV. Now that we have that, I can watch, kind of throw on just during the Sundays, during the football season, just throw on a football game or throw on a baseball game or whatever happens to be, soccer game, whatever it happens to be. And I can just have it on in the background while I'm doing other stuff, working on a crossword puzzle, whatever it happens to be. And if something interesting happens, I can kind of poke my head up. You go, okay, hey, look, there's a touchdown or there's a goal. Okay, great. And then I can go back to whatever else I'm doing. So I'm not watching it with like a really...
You're not paying attention.
Not like with a strong eye like a fan would be watching it hard, like a hardcore fan would be. Like if I'm watching college football, I'm kind of hooked into the game for whatever reason, because that's my favorite, other than soccer, my favorite sport. But if it's a Sunday and it's just the NFL, it's just on. It's just on.
Yeah. All right. So I guess now, Michael, you are going to let us know your second choice. But before you do,
In the crosshairs.
I would like to invite anybody who happens to be viewing this. You could be viewing it now. You could be viewing it later when you find it on the Mount Rushmore podcast page on Facebook to leave a comment as to what you think your best lazy Sunday activity is or non-activity. And then if you feel like it, go to the Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram and suggest a topic for a future episode. Don't be lazy. Give us a topic that we can discuss on a future episode. Past suggestors have ended up being on the show, and that could mean maybe you're in a window, like right here, floating right here. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Jeff has the graphics he's working on for it.
Oh God, I would put your face right there, floating. Then I could go. Right.
We can put you like in a bodybuilder's body.
Yes.
It'll be amazing.
Like something you
Come
do
on the show
at a
and
county fair or
and get digitally harassed by Jeff.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Oh my God, many have and have lived to sue me in court. So this is what we'd like you to do. But at this point, Michael's going to catch up to Richard because now
I just blew through
1.
2 of mine. Yeah.
Wow. All right, my second choice is the Sunday decision when you have all day and you're like, I'm going to binge watch like a movie marathon. I'm going to put on all 3 of the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it. I'm going to put on 11 to 12 hours of movies, of something I've seen and know. Could be Star Wars, could be any other fill in the blank, could be Harry Potter, some sort of nerd, sort of something that takes a lot of movies that
Like-
you know intimately.
Like the Avengers movies.
And then you're like, you're in the first 25 minutes of Return of the King, the extended edition. You're like, I don't care anymore. You've seen the movie so many times. It doesn't actually matter that there's an aspect of the lazy Sundayness where what you're doing watching baseball in the background doesn't really matter. You're watching something comfortable. And I think that when you get the idea for a movie marathon, you're like, all right, maybe I'll make popcorn, maybe order pizza or whatever. I'm not moving from this the couch. I'm going to enjoy the cinematic experience. And you're like, all right, I've seen Aragon do that before. I know what he's going to do. He's got his beard has been remade. His beard has grown in a little bit more. He kind of looks like, the king. He's the king that's going to be returning. And, he's going to go down the paths of the dead now. We know all this part. But it happens every once in a while. You know, like I got the box set of like all the Harry Potter Blu-rays, and like, you know, you're just like, okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get all the way through, and then you're just like, come on.
Right.
You get it's always you never quite make it to the last. It's like you get 80%.
Did you experience a moment where what was intended to be background atmosphere became challenging and became part of your foreground, and you're like, no, I don't have time for you to be part of my foreground today? Is that what happened?
I think
Was it in the background, or were you parked in front of the
you're
TV?
parked.
Okay.
You're like
okay.
you're dedicated. You're like
You're ready to go.
I'm gonna commit
Yeah,
to this thing,
okay.
and then I'm just gonna look at my phone too.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you turn out into some other lazy endeavor that you never know. You know,
yeah.
something just your best intentions go out the window because they don't have to be completed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one that's holding up. Watch out for the crosshairs. There's no one that's holding a gun to your head that says like you have to finish.
Yeah.
You have to finish this thing right now.
Yeah.
Or else I don't know what.
Okay. So we are at our halftime, and just a second ago, I asked you to go to our social handles and suggest a new topic, but I'm going to ask you something different now, and that is to download, rate, and review past episodes, or even go to this where they're streaming on Facebook and or YouTube if we get our act together, and look at past episodes and interact with it. Thumb up it. Wait, that's the worst.
Can we edit that?
Yeah, put your
on
thumb
this
over it.
live stream.
Yeah, take your thumb out. Pull your thumb out. Give it a thumbs up, or leave a comment or something like that. We would just love for you to even share it with somebody who you think has similar tastes to yours. It could be a benefit for them, or if they don't have similar taste, screw them. Share it with them, and they're not going to like it. So, right? Good prank. Sweet prank.
April Fool.
April Fools.
Got 'em.
Yeah. And then stuff like that. So we are now in the second half, and at this point, boy, I think Richard is going to let us know his third.
If Michael hasn't already said it.
And Michael's encapsulated.
see.
Michael would say you encapsulated 10 of my ideas into your third, and then we're just going to spin
now
off.
we're doing math, and
Yeah.
I'm out
No,
of
no,
it.
no.
I'm done.
Yeah.
What's the percentages of that? I don't know. There's a
don't know.
ratio involved
Yeah.
and Fibonacci sequence, and I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
Yeah, a Mandelbrot set of some kind of like a fractal that's repeating, something like that.
Yeah, somehow that's what Michael's choices
Yeah.
are. My third choice is a little light housework.
A lighthouse. You
Little-
have a lighthouse?
Yes, a little light housework.
It's a little lighthouse.
It's a little one. It's about yay big.
But
and
if I don't run this lighthouse, tiny ships are going to smash against
Yes,
the
against
shore.
each other, killing thousands of ants. No, just doing a little bit of that. Now, Michael mentioned the sort of like, the lazy aspect of a lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
So you might think, well, Richard, this is work. I'm not talking about doing anything major here. I mean, and you mentioned this with like Friday, I got to get all this stuff done. Like for me, I'll give you the example of this weekend. This weekend, my wife and I decided to get all of our bathrooms in order, since when we first moved in, the upstairs bathrooms are kind of been left to kind of where they stood whenever we first moved in. So we spent Saturday removing old fixtures, putting in new fixtures,
Outstanding.
putting up a big like a mirror that we had bought in one of the bathrooms, and it was like and cleaning and doing all this stuff, and it was like a full like 5-6 hour like day project. Today I went to Home Depot, got some spackle.
Yeah.
Had to spackle like 3 or 4 spots where we had removed some of the fixtures where the paint had kind of come off. That was it.
That's it.
That was my day.
See you in a week. Then you sand it.
Yep, exactly. It's got to sit there for a couple of days, and then we'll sand that down and paint it. And we'll be good to go. But Sunday was the day where it was like, okay, I don't need to get a lot of work done. We got most of the work done on Saturday, but I can still feel like I accomplished something on Sunday
Yeah.
if I do the spackling. But I don't actually have to do a lot of work.
Are you, as a creative person, you do content creation and stuff like that?
Oh, my God.
Oh God, that's the head of Podcasts International. They want to
They
put
want to
us
know.
up. We're making the big leagues, guys.
Yeah, they're calling us up.
They call us up.
You're in the
My
crosshairs.
apologies.
That's
You're in
all
the
I can let you
crosshairs.
know.
My phone is in the crosshairs.
That is the National Monument Podcast Association, who says you're going to be next to Statue of Liberty cast.
Oh, by the way, if you're one of the people who keeps tagging us on Twitter that you're that it's the you want to know something about Mount Rushmore, like what to do while you're there. We're not that kind of Mount Rushmore
No,
podcast.
totally different.
But go on. We get that a lot.
Yeah. Oh God.
Lighthouse work.
Lighthouse work.
He applied the spackle.
He applied the spackle.
He said that he had a busy Saturday.
My phone threw everything off. Jeff's completely discombobulated.
Yeah, I'm already 80.
No, you were talking to me about Saturdays, getting a lot of the work done on Saturdays, so that Sunday is kind of the light prep, light work day.
My particular challenge with long form endeavors is that I could do a little bit of work on a novel or a screenplay or a painting or something like that. And at the end, I look at it and go, it's not fucking finished. When is this thing going to be done? But if you do all of the dishes, I just puff my chest out like, yeah.
Exactly.
I spackled three. Oh, I'm like the caveman provider.
I am the king I'm the king alpha male.
Yeah.
Because I used a little bit of spackle and I think I fucked up the job, so I might have to go back and do some more. Anyway, the point is, I did some spackling.
Yeah.
And it's accomplished.
And
now this is done. I accomplished something on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. But the point is, it wasn't a lot. I very much prefer to get the hard work done on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So Saturday winds up becoming the heavy gardening, yard work, throw your back out.
Yeah.
You need the Sunday to recuperate after you've killed yourself trying to weed your garden or whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
So Sunday is for the small light projects that you can feel like you accomplished something, even though you didn't do that much.
I would say my Sundays look like they begin like the chase scene from Benny Hill. If you recall that, the yakety sax is playing and it's accelerated.
Is there a woman who goes past a tree and her top gets caught on it?
Yes. A short, bald man.
Right. Enough about me.
There's a baby carriage, somebody pushing. I'm just sprinting, and this is like 6:30, 7 a.m. to do these catch-up projects, these things that I need to do. And then by 10 a.m., I just crash. I just am no good.
10 a.m. is not nap time, by the way, Jeff.
No.
Technically, that's just you went back to bed.
Yeah, I just went back to bed. I was barely up. All right, your third one.
My third one is brunch.
Brunch!
Boy, let's brunch, everybody.
Wow.
The holy act of still getting breakfast at a time when maybe you shouldn't be getting breakfast, but god damn it, you're getting breakfast anyway. But maybe you're also getting a sandwich. Or maybe you're getting French fries. Or maybe you've slept in and some friends, you want to get together with some friends, maybe have a mimosa.
Yeah.
Great breakfast drink. Brunch drink.
Brunch.
Brunch
Wow.
drink.
I haven't been to a brunch in I don't know how long.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't see friends anymore.
No.
We don't go to restaurants anymore. And the 4-year-old wouldn't sit still for anything, But
Even for a mimosa?
It's like one of those things where, like, my kid needs to eat when he gets up. He doesn't have the energy to wait until 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock for his breakfast. This kid, he needs, like, fruit and cereal and pancakes and bacon. He needs things in him at, like, 8 o'clock, 8:30. It's pushing it, and he's, like, falling on the floor, like, just dying out of starvation. This kid is just needs
Is he a big eater?
He goes in these weird phases where he's just like, you put down a big plate of food, and it's like he's a very healthy eater. Like, he loves cucumbers, so he'll eat like a bunch of cucumbers and apples and, like, cheese puffs and, like, like a nice little, charcuterie plate of fresh stuff. And then he says, "Can I have some more food, Dad?" And he just wants another full plate of, like, whatever, a hot dog and, like, kids eat
Wow.
the
Crap,
weirdest shit.
yeah.
But, like, but, like, the idea of, like, trying to wait for, like, a 10 o'clock or 10:30 brunch, it's just out the door now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, going to brunch was just, like, a great thing. You're like, oh, let's go get some, well, it's not quite breakfast. You can have whatever you want.
Because you've slept in because you and Emily split 2 bottles of wine on
That's
Saturday
right.
night.
Exactly. And then, you want to get together with your friends and talk about that, or you want to, and then the wonderful thing at brunch happens where, like, you're eating a breakfast something, and then, like, your weirdo friend, wink, wink, our friend, like, orders something strange. And it's like, read the room, man. And you're like eating like a big fish. Like, why are you eating fish right now?
Do you?
It's not that friend, a different friend.
Oh, okay. That's not who I thought
You
it was.
said you've said brunch, but do you mean? My implication is brunch buffet. Is that not?
Oh, well,
Or are you talking bottomless mimosas, or are we
Yeah.
just talking half?
Well,
one?
I don't know. I'm sure it's included in that. I don't have a whole particular need to go eat my weight in flapjacks.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
I am not. Apparently, all I
Yeah,
did,
brunch
I did
amateur.
run one time for a kickball thing, the first annual flapjack off.
Oh,
It was a big.
wow.
It was a big pancake eating thing. I remember I put together a flyer, and it had Michael Phelps, and it was that picture from Sports Illustrated where Michael Phelps is wearing all the gold medals. I just changed them into pancakes, like a little light photoshopping that day.
Right.
Was happening.
Was
Wait,
this-
no. Sorry, I'm confusing two things.
God.
One was organizing just a general brunch thing post kickball
Oh no!
tournament
One thing, I'm confusing two things. I was masturbating, and I also had pancakes one time.
boysenberry syrup. No, a friend of ours, Kelly Davis, had declared that she knew the best pancake place in the city, and that she could eat more pancakes than anybody.
Ooh,
And
wow!
They were gigantic. You can't. I guess you can see it. Yeah, on camera. They were really big pancakes at some place down on in Hollywood.
Was it Dupar's?
It wasn't Dupar's, which sadly,
Yeah.
the one in the valley is gone.
Yeah.
And R.I.P. Dupar's. It's now a Sephora. But anyway, so yeah, I organized a pancake eating competition.
Who won?
She did. I could.
She powered through some pancakes.
They're the huge fucking pancakes, and she could put down pancakes, I guess.
I gotta know the joint.
I'll find it
Gonna
out.
message.
Oh,
her.
What a weird flex, by the way.
Yeah.
How many pancakes I can eat?
It really is, but yeah, brunch is just one of these. The ideal for the ideal meal for a 20-something.
It's a grown-up meal, but not so grown-up because
Yeah.
when you get older, it's you just want to have breakfast at 8:30, and then your lunch at 11:30, and then the whole thing goes off.
yeah, exactly.
I will also say if it's buffet brunch, after I pound that down, it's a snooze city for an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, I don't understand people that eat a buffet in Vegas and then go right out to the casinos
Yeah.
or the clubs or wherever they happen to be going. Nothing gets me going for a nightclub more than multiple pounds of bacon.
I also am always trying to strategize to being at the buffet when they switch from lunch to dinner, so I can have had both.
Jeff, if I send you a photo from,
I'd love to try
can
that.
you throw it on there?
Yeah, I think I could try. Is this via text?
Sure.
So, since nobody's watching on the stream, but we are recording as a podcast, we're going to be bold here, and we're going to take a flyer to see if this works, where we can grab a photo.
Oh wait, it's got a live email address on there.
Oh, whoops. Is it your email address?
No, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care so much. Our friends. So
Don't do that.
Okay.
maybe don't post it. But
Okay.
we'll get it up.
Griddle
in-
Cafe,
Yeah.
7916 West Sunset Boulevard. Hope they're still open.
Yeah. Good pancakes. Big pancakes.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point,
It's my last choice.
Richard's last, which is also Michael's first three, but
All
also-
combined.
which is weird because I don't know.
We've gone into an event horizon
Yeah.
where I've already made the fourth choice
Yeah.
hours ago, but yet I haven't made it
Yeah,
yet.
but you
But
have
yet
the-
they're all Michael's.
You have the Infinity Stone, but then we record. We're scanning your brainwaves to find a recording of when you didn't have it.
But Michael also has a time turner, so he can just go back and
Yeah.
steal all my choices.
Okay.
No, my last choice, I'm going to go meta here. My last choice is making picks for the Mount Rushmore podcast recording.
Oh.
That is inevitably happening on Sunday night.
Okay.
And about 3:30 or 4 o'clock, I go, oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have no choices. This week was different because we needed to get the images to you, so I wound up getting it done on Saturday. But 90% of the time, it's Sunday about 3 o'clock when I go, okay, I got to buckle down and think about this. And then I got to devote an hour of my day
I do the same thing.
to kind of thinking about it, trying to figure out, okay, what choices make sense, which ones don't, go through the whole process. And it's one of the most fun parts of the day for me, of the week, is just having this hour where the family kind of respects, oh, he's doing some pre-show work for the podcast. Yeah. Let him have his thinking space. And it's great. I as much as I thought about putting down doing the podcast, that's not necessarily a lazy Sunday thing. We do put in a minimal amount of work to make this happen. Jeff more so than the rest of us. But the actual selection of the picks is something that's just kind of a fun thing you can do on your own time.
Yeah, my process is pretty similar. Like it's kind of like trying to figure out what they are throughout the week. I write them down as I think of them, but they never kind of get finalized until at some point on Sunday, and usually it's like a late afternoon walk with the dog, where I'm just like, okay, no, I got it. I figured it out. I took a dog walk to do it. And I needed to brunch. Okay, yeah, that one works.
And sometimes, I'll have a Google Doc that I just have up, or throughout the week I might put down as I think of them. Okay, we're doing this one. Bop, 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 bop. And then on Sunday I'll sit down with my Google Doc and look at it and go, "Oh, these all sucked."
Yeah.
What was I thinking? This is going to be humiliating if I come up with these four. So then I make different choices.
Okay. Wow, cool. That's do you feel like there is a sense of intellectual kind of wrap up, or there's some, because it sounds like your week has had an arc and there's rumination and there's even some kind of recording of these ideas, and then on the Sunday it's kind of you're culling the wheat from the chaff and you're kind of refining things, and
it's a little bit of birth and regrowth.
Oh wow.
As you would have on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You're kind of nurturing something over the week, and then you're looking at it and burning it to the ground.
Yeah.
And then from those ashes, you're pulling together. Phoenix rises, and you're pulling together.
This metaphor is all over the place.
I don't even know where I'm going with it.
We'd like to thank Walt Whitman for
showing up today.
Well, at this point, I think Michael, you're
my last one,
last choice. So, and then I got to try to even remember what you guys said. So
that's fine. My final choice is being in PJs all day until the point where you go to bed and you just change into another set of PJs.
You put on a three-piece suit.
Yeah. To quote Jack Donaghy, it's after 5. I'm wearing a tuxedo. Of course, it's after 5 o'clock. What am I, a barbarian?
There's those rare lazy Sundays where you don't leave the house, you don't go anywhere. You've just been in your own pajamas all day long, and then it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and you're like, wow, I haven't changed, and you're just like, oh god, I haven't changed. I gotta put on some new pajamas to go to bed because I can't be around in this this filth,
stewed in
this
them.
funk. Been marinating in flannel pants all day.
And those were from the night before, right?
Yeah.
So you put them on. Yeah. Or are you wearing underpants?
I don't want to know. That's a very personal question.
I want to know.
On my head, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotta go crazy about it.
Come on, it's North Hollywood. Come on.
Pajamas. It depends on. They're weather permitting. Like if it's winter, you're in a more flannel, comfortable pajama thing that you're cozy in. If you're, it's hot in the summer, you're in like gym shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have those days where you don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah.
You could accomplish any of the things on my list, I guess, except for brunch, not having had to change at all, and you're just like,
yeah. You're
just there.
Let me guess that you have not.
I really fell into the lazy aspect of this.
You really went hard with
I
the
went
lazy.
Hard on lazy. Less on Sunday, hard on lazy.
My problem with being dressed like that is sometimes you'll have like a domestic squabble. And you have if you're in pajamas, you have no leverage. You're just some bum.
Right.
Whereas even if you had a pair of jeans and a Zeppelin t-shirt on or something like that, you seem like a guy who's
you
got
can
a
storm
little...
out of the house at any time.
Yeah.
That's it, babe, I'm gone. But if you're
you're in flannel pajamas, it's a little bit more.
And your Cookie Monster slippers, it's a little less intimidating.
Stomping. You got
heads flopping around as you're
squeaking.
We can't be like that anymore.
Some too tight Star Wars sweatpants or something like that. You're a little guy poking out of them. Okay. All right. So at this point, I gotta try to remember. So all my note-taking devices are now like live streaming and recording devices. So I don't know if I even remember them. But let's go with because it crossed over from Well, now it's 2 of yours and one of his. So baseball, but in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
So
do you get one and that 2? Is that what that is?
yeah, those are 2 choices.
Well, let's go both get 2. Because that's not fair, right? Because you kind of he deconstructed yours to make the 1 out of it. This is Sunday, folks. I'm being lazy in terms of judging.
Make your other choices, then I'll do the math afterwards.
And Michael stomping around in Cookie Monster slippers.
PJs.
That's
PJs.
not what you said at all, I don't think. But like, yeah, PJs.
Okay.
Free balling in PJs.
Success.
And spackle. Let's just say spackle.
Yeah. Lighthouse
Spackling.
work.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lighthouse work. PJs.
PJs.
And then you want to go with the
Watching.
nap and then sports in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not that movie watching thing, because that's bogus. That's not buying
Sure.
it. Not buying it whatsoever. And
Richard,
certainly
Richard,
not.
I'll give you the points for that.
Okay. Well, we can work this out. We can negotiate a fair settlement of points.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going off to have a late. Who's open for brunch at 9?
Denny's.
Denny's. Let's go.
We can go to the NoHo diner and get whatever.
I love it because Denny says there's no time there. It's any time. It's nowhere and it's somewhere at the same time. Like these people having beer and eating nachos at 7 a.m.
Yeah, the Denny's that have one in Fresno used to have a bar.
Yeah.
Like that you would go into. Did you guys ever have those?
There
was like a
one
separate bar.
on
It was a separate
Sepulveda,
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's like an airport bar where there's like people drinking shots of tequila at 9 a.m. at an airport bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been the Mount Rushmore of Lazy Sundays. I, as always, am Jeff.
I'm Richard.
I'm Michael.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.